So then we had the Tim Pool situation. So Tim Pool decided that he was going to bring Chrissie Mayr on. Now, I think what happened, Chrissie was hired to be the new co-host for Jer, but she knew that it was a bad idea to clean Jer's toilet with her tongue every day for like meager amounts of cash. So she's trying any way to get out of it. So she begged Tim Pool on her hands and knees, please, Tim, please, you got to give me a chance. You got to give me a tryout. So she snaked Jer and went on his bitter rival Tim Pool's show before Jer's show. And it was a disaster. It was a disaster, predictably. So this was Tim's chat. Now, remember, zoom in. Now, remember, this was supposed to all blow over by May 4th. It's now the 14th of July, and it still hasn't blown over to the point where not only Hambly and Melanie Mack are radioactive to wherever they go, this happens, but Chrissie Mayr, who was just a janitor for Jer for a couple weeks, is getting the same treatment everywhere she goes. And we didn't promote this at all. We didn't link to this or retweet or anything. This is just naturally what's happening on the internet now with anyone associated with Jeremy Hambly, wherever they go. Was it worth it, Jer? Does this make sense, bud? What a fucking retard, buddy. Listen, chap. For the love of God, will someone just tell me what the oranges are for?
Buddy, that is... And look at Tim, he's fucking maulding here.
Oh, yeah, he's maulding. We're going to see him mauled big time. The skate park is buried in fucking oranges. What will Ian do now? He's going to have to smoke the fucking orange peels to get high because the marijuana supply is fucking buried by the felt. Let's fucking go! Woo! Suffer, damn fool.
This sticker is going to be really funny.
Just the fact that we in some way have caused Tim Pool a minor inconvenience at minimum just brings so much joy into my heart. Like, I live for this shit. I live for inconveniencing Tim Pool. That just makes me so... Just that he would experience even the most minor discomfort caused by this show and even the most tangential of fashions gives my life so much purpose. My heart sings. My cup overfloweth with wine and honey. This is the land that was promised. This is like we're in the promised land, bro. Like we saw it from the mountaintop, but we're actually getting to go in. We're actually seeing the downfall of Dim Fool.
Buddy,
the downfall of quartering. It's unbelievable.
We're going to see a bigger downfall from Tim within a year or two. You'll see. You'll see.
Calm down, guys. If you post more oranges, Tim may send us all to the principal's office. Ooh. Tim's going to send us to the principal's office. Carter's going to be very upset.
Buddy,
yeah, I'm
Tim
sure.
Pool,
Suffolk Carter.
Look at this meltdown.
Always been subscriber only. Always been. In fact, for a member only chat for a while, and people were like, "No, we want to chat," so we changed to subscriber only.
What a shameful grift. Okay, so that was the situation. Okay, and here are some of the comments that Tim Pool received. Chrissie Mayr sucks for money in bathrooms and admitted to it. What are the Adam Sellers for? Found out about this stream from Craigslist. We got Cecil is fat. Bok. A few months ago, it's who cares about quartering flagging. The midterms are coming up. But now he has time to talk to Chrissie Mayr? Why? Because she got kicked off Friday Night Tights? You're a bum. Free My Hero Reactor. Why the f*** is Chrissie on? Even before she destroyed her credibility, she was an awful guest. But what are the gas station bathrooms for, Chrissie?
Wow.
Soft with Tim. So then somebody asks here, Jer, when is Chrissie doing her first show? Now, what's interesting to me is Jer promised that either last week or this week, the new host would debut. But so far this week on Monday and Tuesday, there's been no mention of the new co-host. So I don't know if this is like Chrissie snaked him to go ball wash Tim full time. or if it was somebody else that he got, but now they're backing out or getting second thoughts or what's going on. But Jer, when asked about Chrissie Mayr, takes this opportunity to just seethe about Friday Night Tights and, you know, make things worse for himself. Because he's
Meltdown
dumb.
alert.
Appearance on what? I'm not sure. Is she on a new show? Shout out to her. I thought she was only on a timeout from Friday Night Tights. Friday Night Tights, the show told me, I even got community noted that said she wasn't fired for having Melanie Mack.
Who gives a
Oh
What
my
are you?
God.
What are you?
Listen,
Like the police of the internet?
Here's the thing. She wasn't let go from Friday Night Tights for having Melanie Mack on. She was let go for lying to everybody, including her co-host on the show, gaslighting everybody, sweeping, creating this massive controversy that she was then going to bring to the show and drag everybody else down. And the truth of the matter is, that show is not about Chrissie Mayr, okay? It's not. She is like the least important of all of them. So everybody else is supposed to have their livelihood suffer and have to deal with a whole bunch of bullshit because Chrissie Mayr f***ed up and lied and swept, gaslit everybody and refused to back down off of it because she was angling for a job with you. No, Jeremy, that's not how anything fucking works, bud.
On her podcast. But it seems to me that she has been fired. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but
fired. She hasn't been invited
those free
back.
speech warriors over on that show.
Okay, but is she entitled? So this is the thing, right? Am I entitled to be on your show? Like, I just don't get it, right? Like, does Chrissie have ownership in Friday Night Tights? No. Is she like the founder of that channel? No. She's an occasional guest on the program. This isn't a free speech issue. Nobody is being deplatformed. Nobody's being censored. Meanwhile, you were a bitch-made pussy who couldn't handle the fact that we were making fun of you. And so you cried to your YouTube rep and had our YouTube channel taken down, Jeremy, because you are a fucking pussy. And to compare that with what's happened with Chrissie is just insane, Jeremy, honestly.
Really upset about people getting deplatformed. Deplatform one of their own creators.
Fuck you.
What do you mean? So is nobody allowed to fire somebody? That's a deplatforming, right?
If someone supports deplatforming and it fucks up the business, so they're fired. They're not deplatformed. They're fired for being supportive of deplatforming.
It's not her platform. Like, she still has her YouTube channel. Like, she's just no longer welcome on a show with like 12 other people on it.
Deplatforming.
Yes, because she supported deplatforming. Okay. And to be honest, nobody really has a problem, or at least nobody sheds any tears, I'll say, when a deplatformer loses their platform. Like, it's just the way it is.
Exactly.
Everybody just laughs because you've made it your mission to censor other people because your feelings were upset. Okay.
For doing a podcast with somebody they didn't like. That's what it looks like to me.
Oh my God.
Hey, what are you going to do about it? No, how about this? Jared, what are you going to do about it?
What a fucking baby, though. Like,
no
crying like a fucking baby.
But no one, not even his own viewers, like, no one, like, what are you going to do about it? Cry? Like a fucking bitch?
You know, I got community noted and said she wasn't fired.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure she hasn't
here's
been on the show
thing,
ever since.
right?
Oh, no.
Had Chrissie not been completely insane in every step of the way, antagonized people, creating a massive shitstorm of toxicity and radioactivity surrounding her, she would be allowed on the show. But she just kept doubling and tripling down on sweeping and cleaning your toilet, Jer. So nobody wanted anything to do with her, and they shouldn't be forced to associate with her. That's crazy, Jeremy. And you wouldn't hold anybody else to this standard. So, like, was Hannah Claire deplatformed because she's no longer a peer? Or was Luke deplatformed? You are a deplatformer by your own logic, right?
Exactly. Great point there.
She had Melanie Mack on her show.
It's not about that. It's so disingenuous.
Not very free speech of them.
I like how he's like, oh, why are you acting stupid? You know why. Like, you actually know why. You're a fucking mong.
You know. Not very free speech with them. Now, I was told that she wasn't fired.
Okay.
Are you free speech? No, you're not. Off.
But looks like to me that she was fired for simply having.
I like how this sucker is able to deplatform
It's just
us.
looping. Yeah, I know.
And then be like, can you believe?
And he just refuses to accept accountability
like Ralph,
for
like,
it.
What cries about anyone being like whatever, and then it's like, Ralph, you're Ralph. You can't be upset about that.
Melanie Mac on her show, but I don't know. Not in those rooms.
Exact. Quartering Bulldozer goes, that's
right.
right, Friday Night Tights. Free speech warriors don't fire their co-hosts. Real free speech warriors flag their detractors.
Yeah. I like how too he's acting like, I don't know. Yeah, you don't know.
She's not an employee. Like, she wasn't even an employee. Like, just crazy.
But he's acting like I don't know. I don't know anything. It's like, yeah, you don't. Off.
Well, that's the thing, Druid. So she can just say whatever the she wants, and they have to keep her on. Like, what if she says, like, okay, well, she's now a communist, and she's, arguing that white people should be genocided, or she's like pro woke. Do they have to keep her on then? And then constantly get into arguments with her on air and derail the show? Like, what sense does that make? It doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
The show is against deplatforming, and you have somebody out there sweeping for deplatforming. So what are they going to have this argument? Like, this is the thing is she wouldn't even show up to have the fucking argument. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Nor should they have to deal with it. Like, that's just the bottom line. Like, she's not entitled to it,
What they did. So thought they dropped her because trolls in the chat would determine the show and not follow what was discussed. Well, I mean, there's two ways to handle that. I mean, you can block and mute the trolls, or
so you can ban your entire audience.
People for being like she supported flagging,
So because it's a distraction from the show, right? She's created her own drama, and by the way, this is how they've handled business over there forever. This isn't like some crazy circumstance where they just hate Jeremy so much. They have a personal vendetta against Jeremy and Chrissie, so they did this. It's the same thing when Razor Fist was having drama, or multiple other instances where people associated with the show were having drama. They had to leave the show until that drama was resolved, because otherwise they make the show about that drama and they drag everybody else down. And it's not meant to be a space for drama. It's meant to be a space for them to talk about movies and shit. That's the reality.
You can be a pussy and be more worried about your super chats.
Oh, they're worried about their business.
I mean,
being affected.
The thing is, though, Jer has no super chats, right? So he has no support from the audience. So that's why he feels so comfortable banning everybody and acting like a lunatic, because his support isn't contingent on actually having viewers that support him. It's contingent on tricking people into clicking on videos and scamming advertisers with false engagement. That's the reality.
Look at his mouth. He has saliva in his mouth. See that?
He's drooling! He's got dirty saliva there, buddy.
I choose to block and mute trolls who have a problem with my co-host.
And they chose to block and mute a person who supports flagging.
I love how he calls people. I'm blocking and muting everybody. Right? You're such a badass, Jer, for sure, bud. Free speech warrior, Jer, for sure.
He's so stupid.
Joe, that's one way to handle it.
I do hate Jer. I'm in a grumpy mood today.
The other way to handle it is to be a massive floppy vagina and be afraid of...
That's you. And you
that's you. You were afraid of our criticism,
and
so you had to take down our channel. And by the way, Jer said the whole reason he did it was to hurt us financially and take away our livelihood. So that's his motivation, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Losing a few super chats and fire your co-hosts who'd been on the show for years. That's another way to handle things.
You fire two of your co-hosts.
It's not how I would handle it. People say a lot of things to me about Melanie Mac, for example. They don't like Melanie, or people.
So he starts throwing Melanie under the bus. To the detriment of his business, by the way, he's like, so I do something the audience doesn't like. And rather than listen to the audience, I'm just going to keep doubling and tripling down on it until I don't have an audience, because that's the right thing to do. Sorry, Jeremy, but the audience is the boss, right? If the audience fucking hates it, at a certain point, you're going to have to give in. Like, especially if it's been months and years of this and nobody's warmed up to it. And in fact, you've lost everybody, then maybe it's time to let it go, right? It's a sunk cost fallacy. Let it go.
Well, hated Luke when he was on the show. I don't give a shit.
Now people hated Luke. It's Luke's fault.
I'm sorry. Gary or anyone has the right to fire anyone for whatever fucking reason they want.
Does he not at any point think to himself, gee, this is my fault that Chrissie got?
Yeah.
Gee, this is my fault that all this shit storm has fucking happened?
Well, why
because
can't
he couldn't
Gary
handle the heat?
Fire someone. Why? Well, because he's like, oh, that's like anti-free. Gary doesn't agree with the whole situation, and neither does his audience. Therefore, she was fired. Should he be forced to keep her on?
Well, that's what Jeremy believes, because he believes that everybody should have his back no matter what. And their purpose on the internet is to serve him and his interests, because he made everybody. Like, that's genuinely what he believes. Like, I did you all these favors, and here you can't even sweep for me. You can't turn a blind eye to me flagging down these two Canadians. You won't turn a blind eye to my sweeper, Chrissie Mayr, clearly lying to all of you. You've betrayed the Dawn Father. Like, it's bullshit.
Don't watch then. That's just how I would handle it.
And that's why you have no money.
We know how you handle it. By crying like a bitch in Josh Moon's DMs, threatening to take away our livelihood. Yeah, we know how you handle shit, bro.
Yes, and First Amendment includes freedom of association.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
You know, which he'll use to be like, well, we don't want, black people around, right? That's,
I mean,
But then when it comes to, okay, well, I don't want somebody on my staff that supports flagging, then that's too far, right?
Yeah. Oh, free speech, free speech.
The other way is to be a huge T and be worried about losing a few super chats. That's another way to handle it.
At least they have super chats to lose. I mean, the show is a massive
battle over there. It would be like a war.
If there's even, let's be real, if there's even this much of a chance that they fuck up that show that prints millions of dollars, then they're not going to do that. They're not going to risk that. Why would they do that? For somebody who's barely even there, and who when they are there, contributes nothing? Exactly. Like, come on, bro. It's delusional.
One way is to bend the knee to the mob and be a
He's
giant
just
vagina.
Looping
Another way
again
is
and again and again.
These are
the
just
mob. You mean your viewers? You mean your audience? You mean the people that fund everything and watch everything when they have so many other options for their entertainment? Right. Okay. Maybe you should take into consideration what your fans and customers want.
Different ways of handling it. I'm not saying one way is better than the other. I am.
Mm-hmm. Gary's way of associating with people who are public figures who are positively seen. Yes, that's a smart way of doing it.
Now, Crisp Toast here just nails it. I'd probably cut loose a funny and talented person to keep a show that valuable, but to cut loose Chrissie fucking Mayr when it's an incredibly popular thing to do, when everyone hates Jer, it's a no fucking brainer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's the most popular decision you could possibly make that you face no blowback from anybody except for Jeremy, who already revealed that he resented and hated you months ago when he started talking shit about Jeremy Prime and Gary and how they were failing and had nothing and were jealous of him and everybody's fallen off, this crabs in the bucket shit.
If Gary was failing so bad, wouldn't Jeremy be happy Chrissie was fired so she can move on to bigger and better things?
It's all about trying to claim that it's about trying to muddy the waters, right?
Yeah.
So this is their whole thing is, okay, well, you know what? Maybe Jeremy did this, but look, neurotic's just as bad. No, shut the f up, Jeremy. Own the shit that you did and stop trying to be like, oh no, but this person did this or this person did that. You're still guilty of what you did no matter what anybody else is doing, which they haven't even done. It's not even hypocritical. It's ridiculous.
Saying anyone's a huge fee for bending the knee to a few trolls in chat.
A few?
Look at
buddy.
look at this. Look at this guy's face.
It's
Look
not a
at this
few.
crowd.
It's not a few
He's
trolls
like
in
a
chat.
blobfish.
It's
thousands of people.
It's everyone. It's like literally everyone, but like a guy, but like one guy, and that's Jeremy. And yes, he looks
The blobfish bum. Holy.
Look at
Look at
this unkempt beard, uneven.
He's gray.
I'm just saying that's not how I handle it. And different strokes are different folks. Okay, so, you know.
Sounds like you're crying. I like how he's acting like, I'm not mad about it. I'm just saying how I would do it. No, you're crying about it.
Oh, wish
He
him
is
all the
obviously
best.
crying.
Wish him all the best. Hope the super chats were worth selling yourself out. Anyway.
For Jeremy Hambley, of all people,
I'm going to lose my mind.
the biggest show, the biggest sellout in the world, who admits to being a grifter and is proud that he's a grifter, to accuse anyone else of selling their soul for a few dollars, you could take it from almost anybody other than Jer.
Yeah.
He is the biggest soulless sellout the world has ever seen. Honestly.
Oh, don't you love Israel? Remember that whole like an ad read that was like insane?
Wise Money Israel. That's what he was shilling.
Various agendas to push forward,
He couldn't even say forward. He said force instead of forward.
Made the forward.
Man, those eyes are f***ed up.
He looks like he's
What's
about to
wrong with
get
him?
stepped on.
in a different kind of way. Okay,
I think this is it.
We've
He
lost
might
it.
need to go to the. He's gonna have to go to the loony bin. He's actually lost his mind. That's sad. It's sad to see.
Actually, it's not sad to see. I like this. I like watching him in pain.
You know, bring it back. He's clearly on drugs here. This is a guy in crisis. He's hurting.
Push forward. People in a different kind of way. That, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
He goes, and then goes, I don't know. He doesn't even know what he's doing. How does he expect us to know when he doesn't know?